everyone, I am gonna be recording this video because I got a question from Lori inside the Passive Income Growth Academy, my membership, and she was wondering about the different fabrics in Spoonflower, and I remembered I had these samples that I ordered years ago, so maybe some of them they won't be available anymore, maybe some of them will have changed, maybe there will be other options, but hopefully this will give us an opportunity to compare, and I will be sharing my thoughts with you. So let me group them. These are gonna be in one group. I just wanna share the differences and then talk about them individually, because there are so many. I think you can still order these, and honestly I recommend you to do it because it's super helpful to be able to look at them and compare them, so that even if you don't plan to order them just to sell, you can choose which one is going to be your default, and maybe with this information you have a better choice. Okay, so I'm gonna start with these ones here, very easy. These are the wallpaper samples, and honestly I don't love them. I was shocked because I thought they would be of higher quality. Again, it's from many years ago. I know they have like new types of wallpaper. It just looking at these samples, for example, this one, the gift wrap, this is not even wallpaper, but you see how the light colors, we can see a lot of the points, like you cannot see 100% the color, you see white marks in them, and this is something I really don't like. I want colors to be like super compact so that you can feel 100% the color, and it happens the same with the others, yeah, especially in this tone. Okay, so this is the wallpaper. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and think that they probably have better quality now and different samples, so I'm not gonna go too much into this. These are like the silky, velvety options that I got. So I have the minky, I have the cellulosia, velvet, and the fleece. The fleece probably from these three, it's my least favorite one. It's a little bit more blurred, but still like the quality, it's pretty good. The colors are more dull, like less saturated, less shiny, and I think it's because of the base. So that's the result that you get. If you compare them, you can see how these have like a stronger presence than this. But we don't see those little dots, we see the full color, and I really like it. And these two are my favorites. Like the texture, it's amazing. The quality, how sharp the colors print, I really love them. And I was shocked because I thought any velvet, or like when you have like a lot of area like this, there is movement, right? And still it prints so well. It's so soft. I really love touching this. So minky, cellulosia, velvet, my favorite for sure. I'm gonna move to this group, which are my like not so favorite samples, and probably what all of them have in common is that the fabric has a lot of texture. You can tell by just looking at them. This one, it's very like, it has a lot of movement, so it's thin, it has like a lot of space in between the threads. It's what it is, it's a gauze. So still, even being a gauze, I think it prints pretty well. I think all of them print pretty well. Probably my least favorite one, it's this one, the denim one, because I can see more of the blur, but also again, I think it's because of the thickness. So in terms of print, they print well, but in terms of, you know, fabric, well, it's probably not the best surface. Then here you can see a lot of the texture, but still it prints well. This one, it has like a very thin, like silky base. I think it's the appresto of the fabric, so it gives a very good result. I still am not a fan of showing off the texture that much, so that's probably, I don't know. I think that's a personal taste, but in terms of printing, they print really well. Same for this one. And as I said, probably these two are my least favorite ones because we can see more of the blur. You see here and in these ones here, yeah, they are not as sharp as in other of the samples. So this is how they look one next to the other. And finally, all this group, it's a lot, this group, but it's different fabrics. I think they all print pretty well, but in some cases, I can still see like some of the dots, like in here. This one, for example, really good. It prints really well, but it's so thin, the chiffon, that, well, you need to know what you want this for, honestly. With this white background, it looks great, but if we hold it without, you can see how transparent it is. And if we put it over other things, it will transparent the colors underneath, right? The crepe, quite similar, great quality, but again, we have transparency in this one, so you need to keep in mind if you need it for a project to have like a white base, otherwise everything will transparent in here. This one, it's okay, it's a lycra, so it has some spandex in here, and the elasticity is good, the quality of the print is good. Probably in this sample, like the red, it's what stands out the most. It's super bright, I love it. Everything else feels like more muted, but the red, it's super, super bright. This satin is one of my favorites in terms of the saturation of the color and how like the fabric it moves. It's not as transparent as the others. Like there is a little bit of transparency, but not as much as the others that we saw. This, I'm not in love with the Cotton Poplin Ultra. It's, yeah, the quality, it's not my favorite, to be honest. You see how in this orange we still see the yellow, like if it was an aura of yellow, it happens with a few of the colors. But yeah, it's an okay base, but not my favorite. And it has transparency, so something to keep in mind. Silky failed is, again, anything that's silky and satiny, I think it looks amazing with colorful designs. Has transparency though, so it's not a super thick fabric. This one, it's fine, nothing to complain about it. Same as this one, but we start to see more of the not so sharp colors down here in the lights. Again, same, not so sharp. You see how blurry this light pink is? Yeah. I'm not a fan of this effect when it happens. We have it too here, especially with the yellows. Again in this one, and I don't know if this is, you know, just when they printed these samples, maybe it is, but something to keep in mind that it looks way better in some, like here it looks amazing and super sharp, and here it doesn't look that sharp. Look at the yellows. If you compare these two yellows, you can really see a difference. Another one that I love, Performance Piqué, very bright, very cheerful, the colors. It's not super transparent, so I think it's a good option to have like a good movement fabric that it's light but yet not super transparent, so it keeps really good with the tones that you're printing. Oh, and now I'm noticing some of them have like indications. This one stretches in this direction but not in this direction. This one stretches in all directions. Interesting. And yeah, in the back of each card they give you more instructions. Finally, modern jersey. This one is one that stretches in all of the directions, and I really like the quality of the print in this case. And it's almost no transparent, like there is a little bit of transparency but not a lot. So these are the samples I got. Probably of the time of watching this tutorial, there are different samples in Spoonflower, but with that hopefully you will have an idea of what they have to offer. The overall conclusions, it's when they are super thin fabrics, they transparent, so the colors, they are harder to read if you have something in there, like let's say you do a curtain, well, you probably won't see like the purest colors as in the sample because they have like a white background. Not a super fan of the wallpaper samples I got. I personally don't like it when it shows up the texture that much. I think it takes off from the design. And my favorites and surprisingly like amazing are these with texture, like velvet texture and minky and all of this. So yeah, hopefully that is gonna be helpful. Bye.